Ladies and gentlemen, I am the Mark of the Masses, the man with the plan. Big Ray here to stay to talk some, well, is it GFW anymore? No, it's just Impact. I was away for like a week, and all of a sudden, it's not even Impact. It's not GFW anymore. It's not TNA. I don't know what it is. It's just Impact Wrestling. So much going on in the world of Impact. But anyway, we're here to talk some Impact Wrestling 9/28/2017. I'm talking about Victory Road. In a very, very solid show, ladies and gentlemen. I got to be honest with you guys. I was looking forward to a lot of the events that would occur tonight. Again, I don't check out spoilers, so I didn't know who was going to win. I didn't know who was going to lose. But what I did know was that looking at the lineup of the matches, so on and so forth, I thought it would be a solid match. There wasn't too much talking today. You had some talking. You had a few segments here and there. But it was good, solid matches. And I got to be honest, the main event of the evening got the most time. It got 2 commercial breaks throughout the night. I think it was about 15 minutes, maybe even a little longer. But it was a solid match between Eli Drake, the GFW World Champion, the GFW Global Champion, and Johnny Impact. Well, first and foremost, if you don't know who I am, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Mark of the Masses, the man of the plan. Big Ray here to stay again to talk some Impact Wrestling today. I might have said that a few minutes ago, a few seconds ago. I don't know. It's very early in the morning here on Friday. I'm recording this 9/29/2017. As I cough, let me clear my throat. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank and also welcome and as always the great people here. We're over 20,000 subscribers here at One Wrestling Video, so thank you guys for joining us here on YouTube. I appreciate it. And of course, guys, go over to OneWrestling.com and check out all the amazing articles written and also the video content that we have there at OneWrestling.com. So hey guys, let's jump into the show. I gotta be honest, I didn't really miss Carl much. He is the cameraman now. Between you and I, guys, Carl is on a little bit of a sabbatical. He's taking some vacation time, so basically I have Jimmy over here who's going to be manning the cameras. And between you and me, I gotta be honest with you, Jimmy's fantastic. He says nothing. He stands there. Whenever I need some coffee, the coffee's there, hot. Got the pumpkin spice latte gimmick. It's fantastic. So Jimmy, thank you so much. Hopefully Carl doesn't see this. It doesn't matter. You know, basically, you know, I went to Las Vegas a couple of weeks ago, or like 2 weeks ago, and you know, Carl wanted to go, and I told him, yeah, just meet me there. He said he would drive. So basically, Carl did drive, and he got there a week late. And he's there looking for me, but I'm already gone. Anyway, that's his problem. I didn't invite him. It was just supposed to be me and Jennifer, and that was it. But he wanted to do what he wanted to do. So it is what it is. I'm good. I'm happy. I'm tan. I feel relaxed, refreshed. Let's get into Impact. So we have Trevor Lee. You have the Impact X Division champion, defending against Petey Williams, Little Papa Pump, and this was a damn solid match. I gotta be honest with you guys. Hey, listen, Petey Williams, ever since he's come back to Impact Wrestling, and he's one of the TNA originals with Team Canada, you know, Bobby Roode, so on and so forth. And hey, this guy's look fantastic. I mean, really, I mean, you could, if you didn't know that he wrestled 10 years ago or 12 years ago, whatever it may be, for Impact or TNA Wrestling, you would think, oh, this new guy is fantastic. This guy is great. He's really, really solid. But anyway, let's fast forward in the match. We have Trevor Lee. Oh, and by the way, Caleb Conley is in the corner of Trevor Lee, but not for very long. We have Petey Williams, who's fighting back, and he was able to set up for a Canadian Destroyer. However, we have, again, the aforementioned Caleb Conley, who jumps onto the apron to distract him now when all this happens. It doesn't really matter because Petey Williams is able to knock Caleb Conley off the apron, and the Canadian Destroyer is in fact hit. But while Caleb Conley pulls the ref out, you know, before he hits the count of 3, this spurs the ref to actually say, you know what, you get out of here. I don't want you here in my ring. You get out of here. And that's what he does. He throws him outside the ring. This is what happens there. We fast forward a little more. We have the men exchanging blows in the middle of the ring. We have Petey Williams, who sets up for a third Canadian Destroyer. Yes, it was his second. I think he tried a third. Yeah, okay. So he hit 1, missed 1. Yeah, that's 3. I can't do math. It's too early in the morning. But no, Trevor Lee is able to reverse it, and he hits the big double stomp, which is one of my very favorite finishers. It's original, it's different, and it works for a guy that they call the Carolina Caveman. And he hits it, and then, of course, he grabs a handful of the tights for the 1, 2, 3. So a very, very solid match to open up the show. Love the way they open up the show with the X Division Championship matches. Really, really happy as I get a message here, but I'm just going to ignore that thing. Should I just grab my phone, guys? You know what? Let me just break kayfabe here for a second. Break that fourth wall. Hold on for a second. Let me see who's hitting hit me up. Is it gonna be? It's gonna be Bill Apter. Okay, it is Bill Apter, and Ray, your check is going to be late. And Jimmy is getting a bonus. Wait a second. Hold on. How the hell are you getting a bonus and my check's going to be late, Jim? I didn't know you were related to Bill. What do you mean? I got to call Carl. He's coming back very, very soon. This is freaking absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, what do you mean? How are you related to Bill? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We'll talk after this. Anyway, I have car payments to make. It is what it is. All right. So we fast forward and we have Taya Valkyrie, who is hot. So many different levels. Sienna and Taryn Terrell versus Rosemary, Gail, Kim, and Allie. This was a solid match between the ladies. This match was all over the place. These ladies were really going at it. You know, sometimes they say, and I don't mean to sound sexist. I don't think it's sexist, but they say that women are very vicious when it comes to the fighting. And yeah, these women were very vicious in this match. And we're gonna fast forward. We have the heels who using a couple of distraction gimmicks or tactics, I would say, to put Gail Kim in a little bit of trouble. But Gail Kim is able to fight back, and she fights out of Taya's finisher and hits a huge DDT to get the hot tag on Allie. Now we have Allie in the ring, and Allie is just so freaking over, so popular. She does not look like an Easter egg. She is beautiful, she is gorgeous, and she is absolutely quite wonderful. Am I allowed to say that in GFW? Yeah, of course, because an Impact, do they own the broken gimmick? Am I gonna get sued? I don't know how this works out, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So yeah, things basically break down into absolute chaos. Basically, we fast forward to the end, and in the end, we have Allie, who's dealing with Taryn and with Sienna. I'm sorry, dealing with Tara, or dealing with Taryn. A lot of tease going on here. When Sienna, who is basically legal, knocks Allie into the turnbuckle, rolls her up, puts her feet on the rope. Of course, a dirty pin for the 1, 2, 3. So you have Taya, Sienna, and Taryn for the win, and try to say Taya, Sienna, Taryn for the win very, very quickly, 3 times fast or 10 times fast, whatever the gimmick is. And then we have a whole bunch of segments. We have Eli Drake, who cuts a promo alongside of Chris Adonis, talking about how everybody wants Eli to, oh, I'm sorry, Eli Drake, dummy, yeah, to lose the title, and so on and so forth. And you know, they put over the Slamtown gimmick, and we have James Storm, who's headed to the ring, and as he's headed to the ring, he kind of brushes past Ethan Carter III, and they kind of give each other that death stare. Remember that stare, that person that you went to high school with, and you didn't like each other, and whenever you crossed the hallway, you wanted to punch him in the face, or he wanted to punch you in the face, but unfortunately the gym teacher is standing in the hallway, you know, getting some water. Yeah, so that. And then we have Grado. We have the Grado Joseph Park segment, which was a really funny segment. Again, these guys are absolute gold. Just a quick question: who wears their wrestling tights to a restaurant? I'm just asking. I mean, I wouldn't. Maybe Grado can get away with it with the hat backwards, with the whole fanny pack gimmick. Maybe he can do it. I can't do it. I can't get away with it. I'd probably be thrown out. But no, Grado is able to sit at a fancy restaurant with Joseph Park, and he is absolutely exhausted. He is being worked to the literal bone. Not literal. If it was literal, then he'd probably be skinned alive. That's not cool. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So Joseph Park is actually telling some corny jokes, and listen, he says, look, I have a check, your very first check that is robust, it is fantastic, it is fat, it is beautiful, it is all these amazing things that your first hard-earned check would be. And you know, Grado's like, you know what, I'm going to pay for today's meal. It's gonna be on me. And yeah, well, conveniently, Joseph Park gets a phone call, and he says, you know what, enjoy the meal. Thank you very much. I gotta get out of here. I gotta attend to some business. Grado opens the check. Now, here's the deal. I'm confused here. Was he pleased with the check? He seemed to be confused. He wasn't angry. He didn't seem to be angry. Maybe he feels the decimal point was not where it was supposed to be. maybe instead of 4,000, it was 400. I don't know for sure, and not that I know how much he's getting paid for all the work he's doing for Park and Park. Say that 3 times fast. Park. Anyway, but yeah, so that's where that goes. I have a feeling that down the line, there's going to be some issues between Grado and Joseph Park. Is Joseph Park being that shisty, well, being a lawyer, basically, and taking Grado for every single cent that he has? That is a possibility. So is it possible to have a heel bad guy, I guess, Joseph Park? Huh? Would that work? I don't know. But maybe that will make a good comedy match between both of these guys. I'm going to talk to Ben Hameen later on the Impact Attack guys. Again, I'm recording this 9/29/2017. It's about 9:13 in the morning here on the East Coast of New York City. And I'm going to ask Ben Hameen. By the way, go to www.prowrestlingtees.com/Ben Hameen and buy a shirt. Yeah, that would be a pretty... I gotta find out what Ben thinks about this, so I'm gonna leave that to Ben Hameen. So anyway, we have Mackenzie Mitchell backstage with Johnny Impact, and he's he's being interviewed, and he's being interviewed on the old zebra print couch, and which is funny because apparently they have money to ship this couch here and there. I don't know, it's just weird to me that they just have this couch in the back somewhere, just there, a zebra print couch. I want that couch. Is that weird of me? I don't know. Anyway, then we have the Mr. Sorry About Your Damn Luck, Cowboy James Storm. He comes to the ring, and this was a weird promo, in a way, kind of. Anyway, we have James Storm. He addresses the AAA guys. They all causing trouble. He says that he's sick and tired of people coming over and leapfrogging over him, so on and so forth. Then he starts a GFW chant, which was really awkward, really weird. He encourages the fans to stand up and chant GFW, GFW. It's not GFW anymore. I know this is pre-taped and stuff, but it was just really, and I just felt awkward listening to the fans chanting GFW when I know that it's not GFW anymore, as I fix my V-neck sweater. It's actually quite brisk outside. Anyway, so we have Tejano. Tejano comes out. The crowd starts chanting USA, USA. It's just very awkward with everything that's going on with the fake news. Anyway, but it is what it is. Saying that it isn't about Mexico and America, because at the end of the day, they're all people. Whatever the hell that means. But we're all people. I guess, yeah, I guess you're right. But anyway, but as for Tejano, and this is Cowboy James Storm saying this, Tejano is an idiot. They proceed. And basically they go back and forth, guys, and it ends up in a brawl in the ring. And Phantasma actually comes in. They get the upper hand. I mean, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. He gets whipped with the damn bull rope again. The bull rope, I can't say that word. That being Cowboy James Storm. They beat the living hell out of him. Phantasma then grabs a mic, and then he wants to lead a AAA chant. AAA, which the fans absolutely did not. They didn't do it. They just didn't feel like chanting AAA, and I don't. Anyway, so we have El Hijo de Fantasma, who grabs a beer bottle and hands it over to Tejano, and he was gonna crack him over the head. It was just inevitable. It was going to happen. But no, EC3, or Ethan Carter III, comes to the ring for the save, and he takes Tejano and he takes Phantasma and tosses them over the top rope, saving the hide of one Cowboy James Storm, which was solid. It was a solid segment, and they hey, listen, man, the Cowboy extends the hand. Just, sorry about last week, I guess. Whatever. But no, man, no handshake from EC3. Apparently there was still bad blood between them. I thought it was pretty good, man. But you have EC3 then and James Storm coming to they barge into Jim Cornette's office, and Storm wants the AAA guys in the ring, and Jim Cornette, or Corny as they call him, says that next week we have a tag team match, and the Cowboy asks what's going on with the whole GFW partnership, so on and so on. He's not very happy about it, and Storm says that AAA isn't going to be happy about how we send their boys back. So again, I like the partnership between EC3, common enemies, so on and so forth. Keep your enemies closer, or your best friends closer, your enemies closer, so on and so forth. Very, very good. And then we have the modern day, in my opinion, I guess these guys want to be the Hardy Boys, I guess, OVE. and they've really been pushing this tag team. And again, guys, I am more of a fan of Reno Scum. It's pretty much a very similar gimmick. Well, not a similar gimmick, but kind of a grungy, I don't know what you would call them, but man, I do hope Reno Scum comes back, because I would love to see Reno Scum in this tag team division. Finally, I know the smaller of the two members, not Lester the Legend, I can't remember the other gentleman's name, but he's actually still recovering from injury. Hopefully they bring him back. But they are facing LAX for the GFW excuse me, tag team championship. And listen, the match starts off really hot with a lot of brawling outside the ring. Prior to the match, prior to this, we have Dave Christ in trouble. We're gonna fast forward here, guys, because a lot happened during this match. We have Dave Christ, who is still in trouble, and he finally tags out to his partner, and action gets a little bit crazy, a little bit all over the place. Also, OVE did a superplex and a powerbomb double team that was pretty damn awesome. I gotta be honest with you guys. This was a really solid match, and now I'm starting to see OVE kind of develop a little bit into what they should have been. Again, we have the dark and light side of OVE. We have one guy who's a little more withdrawn, the other guy's a little more crazy. That being the blonde guy being the crazy guy, the guy with the dark hair, the more. Oh, by the way, Greek Papadon got Papadon is going to be fighting. If you don't know who I'm talking about one of the conspiracy horsemen over at Hacker. I mean, he's going to be fighting Dave Christ. I think today. So if you see this video, guys, give a follow to the Greek Papadon, man, on Twitter. I can't remember his Twitter handle, but it shouldn't be too hard to find. Yeah, man. So he's gonna be fighting. That's our boy over at Hacker Hameen, one of the conspiracy horsemen, y'all. But anyway, guys, the match basically ends where we have Ortiz, who gets caught up in the rope 6-1 style. Now you have Conan in the corner, and he's sitting there like, what the hell is going on here, Holmes? And Jake delivers a kick to the face, kind of 619 style. Kind of. Anyway. And Dave hits a modified, like, fisherman's DDT for 1, 2, 3. It was a little too much time between the DDT and the pin, in my opinion, but he did get the clean 1, 2, 3. We have new tag team champions. Then we move on to a couple of segments. They play a video of Bobby Lashley returning to America Top Team. Dan Lambert, he's very happy. He's very happy. I'm gonna paraphrase most of this, but look, man. He says, look, we're an American Top Team. This is where we have champions from all over the world and all these promotions all over the world, except for one guy. We have all these posters, but Bobby Lashley is not one of these posters. Why? Because he's been wasting his time with professional wrestling. Let me just tell you right now, Dan Lambert. How old is Dan Lambert? Can anybody tell me? Because Dan Lambert needs to be trained and needs to be in the wrestling ring. Because this guy cuts a great promo. I'm serious. Very believable. The guy gets his points. It may be pre-recorded or whatever. I don't care. I've seen bad pre-recorded promos before in my lifetime. And this was actually very, very good. Again, Bobby Lashley is going to be focusing on his MMA career, and I like the way they do this because they're able to actually keep Bobby Lashley training and ready for his fight that's coming up very soon. But at the same time, you get to keep him on Impact Wrestling TV, which is pretty awesome. By the way, speaking of that, I'm going to have to actually now redo my Impact intro again. I like to make my intros fun, but I think I'm just going to put Impact Wrestling and then that's it, because, dude, it's like every time I do a cool intro for the damn freaking videos I do here, what happens? One wrestler leaves, two wrestlers leave, then they change the damn name, then they change the colors of the robes, then they change this and that. Too much work, guys. I have too much going on. I have a full-time job. I have a beautiful woman. I have a son that I love very much. I have a mommy who's pretty awesome, and I go see her almost all the time. So, listen, seriously, guys, I don't know what to tell you. Anyway. Backstage, we have Desmond Xavier, and he's congratulating OVE on winning the Tag Team Championships. And we have Johnny Impact, who runs through as well to congratulate them. It says they will not be the only champions here at GFW Impact Wrestling. Speaking of Johnny Impact, this is for the Global Championship. We have Johnny Impact versus Eli Drake, dummy, yeah. And listen, this was a fantastic match. Solid, two freaking pros. Eli Drake working his style, Johnny Impact working his style. This really worked out for me. We have Johnny, who's pretty much in control of the entire damn match up to this point. But we have Adonis, who hooks the leg of Johnny Impact right in front of the referee, and I guess he's trying to get himself. This is the second time. I hate when they rerun the gimmicks. I hate when they do that, when they rerun spots, because this just happened a couple of segments ago with the whole hooking of the leg and trying to get disqualified and everything to keep the title. I don't like that. Don't do that. Don't do that. But again, it's just my opinion. I'm a humble reporter here on Wrestling.com. But I've been a wrestling fan for well over 35 years. So, but yeah, man. I mean, he gets tossed out. That being Chris Adonis, which I figured that was going to happen. We're gonna fast forward, and we have Johnny who hits a beautiful Spanish fly for a near fall, and then we have the referee who's taken out inadvertently by a clothesline. Let me see what else happens here. I have so many freaking notes in this match. This match was really, you got to go back to ImpactWrestling.com and take a look at this match, because it was really, really solid. Anyway, while the referee is out, we have Chris Adonis who returns. Meanwhile, Eli Drake, who was fed the title, basically the title was handed to him to hit Johnny Impact over the head. He goes for a cover, but there isn't a referee. He hits Eli. He does hit Johnny with the title. Finally, we have Stifler, who's another referee, comes to the ring. And 1-2, but Johnny kicks out. We have Eli Drake, who is absolutely upset. Let me tell you something about Eli Drake. Let me talk to you here. Let me talk to you, dummy. Eli Drake tells an amazing story with his eyes. He tells an amazing story with the way he sells. He tells he's just really that damn good. And this is a guy that Impact Wrestling needs to keep, along with Ethan Carter III. I mean, if they can keep Johnny Impact and sign this guy, I mean, you have a good core. Bobby Lashley, you have a really solid core of wrestlers. But Eli Drake, in my opinion, is special. This guy goes to NXT. He's going to be NXT champion. I'm telling you this right now, guys. It is 2017. If you're looking back at this video and it's 2019 and Eli Drake is an NXT champion, do not be surprised. But anyway, yeah, so basically Eli Drake is absolutely upset, and basically it's a 2-on-1 attack. We have Eli Drake who grabs the title, and Adonis holds up Johnny Impact, but Johnny Impact ducks, and of course Drake hits Adonis, and we have the Moonlight Drive on the title for the 1-2, and whoa, actually kicks out, which was kind of weird, kind of crazy. Anyway, we have Johnny Impact goes to the top rope. He's going for that crazy elbow, I'm sure, or some type of a vicious attack off the top rope. And we have Johnny who jumps over the referee, because what happened was Eli Drake was using the referee as a damn shield, which is perfect, which is what I would do to you, Jimmy, if you were standing here. Yes, you, Jimmy. I'm talking about you, you jerk. How the hell am I not going to get paid and you're going to freaking get paid with a freaking bonus? When I let Carl know, don't worry, Carl, get over the whole freaking Atlantic City, whatever, the Las Vegas thing. It is what it is. But you and me, I don't care if you are related to Bill Apter. Put you in a figure 4 leg lock. But anyway, with all that being said, guys, yeah, we have Johnny Impact go to the top rope. He has to jump over the referee, and when he does that, well, he kind of lands on the leg. Well, no, I'd say Eli Drake kicks him in the balls, kicks him in the nuggets, kicks him in the moose knuckles, while the referee's back was obviously turned, and then hits a really good gravy train finisher for the 1-2-3. Eli Drake retains the title, and then when you think everything is over, all hell breaks loose, because we have Eli Drake holding up Adonis. I'm sorry, Johnny is on his knees, and we have Eli Drake who's telling him, you know, dummy, this is the closest you're going to get to the title, and we have both men who just start literally beating the hell out of Johnny Impact. And then we have Garza Jr. who comes down, and he comes in for the save, but then LAX comes into the ring. He's just start beating the crap out of Johnny Impact and Garza. Meanwhile, outside we have Conan, who basically pie faces a fan. What does that mean? He mushes. He pushes down a fan to the ground. He's arguing with some type of official, security leader, whatever the hell the guy is, security guard or whatever. Guy's in a freaking suit gimmick, and he gets pie faced, and he looks like he got shot in the face. And it was a lot of heat, a lot of cursing, a lot of beeps. Very, very adult conversations or arguments going on here. That's probably not even proper English, but it's fine. It's early in the morning, and I gotta tell you, Jim Cornette comes out, man. He is joined with Drake outside the ring. We have Eli Drake who poses with the GFW title alongside of Chris Adonis, and this is how we go off the air. This was a really, really solid show here for Impact Wrestling. Again, it's still GFW technically on TV, but I don't know. But this is good. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next week. Will Impact or Johnny Impact get the global championship? I believe he will. It's just a matter of time. Bound for Glory, definitely. This was a nice little mid-level, I guess, free pay-per-view to kind of, on the road for Bound for Glory. I loved it. I liked it. I thought this was a solid show. I thought it was a fun show. I thought it was a good show and good wrestling matches. The women's match was a little sloppy for me, a little weird, but other than that, very, very well done. And listen, guys, with all that being said, I am done here, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, listen, I always say this. I would do this for a living, but if I couldn't, I'd do it anyway. Why? Because I love talking wrestling. I love you guys, and I love Carl. Carl is the best damn cameraman in the history of OneWrestling.com. And Jimmy, well, me and Jimmy are going to have some words. And Jimmy just ran out the door. Anyway, so yeah, anyway, guys, hey, please subscribe here at OneWrestling.com. Again, 20,000 subscribers strong. Hey, pass the word on, guys. Give me a follow at Big Ratio. Give Bill Apter a follow at Apter1Wrestling. Give us all a follow at Big Slam Nation, at One Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. Find us on Facebook. Hey, listen. Also, I do a whole bunch of work for Bin Hameen, ya Allah, over at Hacker Hameen. What the hell's Hacker Hameen? Well, if you go to podbean.com, just type in Hacker Hameen, and you'll find all our amazing content there as well, ladies and gentlemen. Or just anywhere you pretty much look for, or you download your favorite audio content, podcasts, so on and so forth, music. Hey, guys, just search Hacker Hameen. Support. Go to ProWrestlingTees.com. Hit that store up. Support our boys over at the Conspiracy Horsemen. Really good stuff. Hey, listen, guys, I appreciate you guys being here. I love you guys. I'm going to have to put this camera stuff away. I don't know what the hell happened to Jimmy. And allegedly, I got a text from Bill. The guy supposed to run the camera is Rob. Who's Jimmy? I got to figure this out. I'll see you next week.